Okay, so in this video, we are going to be going over a very interesting topic in advertising for any service business. Okay, so at JBI, we specialize in helping law firms who specialize in personal injury, mass torts, and of course, claims company for UK clients. So the question is, what is the best ad platform to generate leads? Okay, I've just put together some slides here and I want to go over a few things, right? So starting from quality of leads, there are some things that we have to consider when we are comparing different ad platforms together. First thing is quality of leads. The second thing is, on the topic of quality of leads, you must remember that not all leads are created equal. Okay, so some leads, based on how they're generated or how they're marketed, may convert higher. They could have higher case values, or case worth, however we want to put it. Um, so the quality of leads is a big factor. The next factor is affordability. So in terms of advertising, how much are we willing to spend? How much do we have? How many cases are we trying to acquire? Or are we going for scale? Are we going for volume? Because not all cases are equal. And then traffic. So here at JBI, we take a non-binary approach, meaning that because we specialize in generating leads on a pay per lead basis, we are willing to use every platform needed to meet our clients' demand, as long as we know how to use or you know tweak our funnel for that particular platform. So that's what I mean by non-binary. We're not super focused on Google ads or Facebook. We don't entertain the discussion of, oh, Facebook is better than Google, or Google is better than Facebook, or Facebook is better than TikTok, or TikTok is better than YouTube, or native, or Snapchat. We take a non-binary approach. We think traffic is traffic. However, not all traffic should be treated the same. Okay, so the simplest way we can put it is that we want to be getting traffic from all of these different platforms, because at the end of the day, traffic, or what makes a great platform, is users, okay, which is traffic, and traffic, which are users, are everywhere on different platforms. Okay, the most important thing to bear in mind is that the state of mind of the user on a different platform varies, which goes back to lead quality. So, for example, if someone's on search, they have high intent because they are searching for a service. If they are on Outbrain or Taboola, they are in the reader mode because they are reading through news publications, so we can give them something to read. More on that in a few slides. If they're on Facebook, they're there to socialize. So the state of mind is very different, and the kind of campaigns will run on there, or the type of messaging, or even the type of cases we require on that platform might be different. If it's on TikTok, their their state of mind is either fun, bubbly, or in they they are in the state of mind of discoverability. So discovering something new or something exciting, something fun. Okay, it's on Twitter, they're snappy, and so on and so forth. There are many traffic platforms, so we're not going to list everything here. But the point being is that these different platforms have different states of minds, and what we want to do is get the attention, the users from these different platforms, into our lead generation funnel. Okay, so to answer your question, or to answer the question proposed rather, is it really depends on what you want to do as a company, what kind of cases you want to acquire, and how much you're willing to compete or be savvy, right? But ultimately, our perspective is that we want to take all traffic from all ad platforms to meet our demand. And how we do this is by filtering different traffic into different kind of funnels. So I've got four funnels listed here. The first one is a simple landing page. This will be perfect for Google Ads, for instance. Then we have survey funnel, where um, it's more catered towards people who may not be knowledgeable about the probability of winning a case, for example. And we have advertorial, which is editorial and informative. And then we have lead magnet, which is to be proactive and acquire potential clients before they even need your service by educating them. So there's there are these different funnels that we have, and we just have to know how to utilize them. Okay, so I'll go more in depth into this. So what I mean is, you have to understand the market. Okay, in any given market, whether personal injury, whether mass torts, whether claims, whether accounting, whether D2C, whether e-commerce, there are actively 3% of people buying now. So in any given market, there are 3% buying now. So that 3% are those who will be searching for the service on Google Ads, for example. They are in need of an attorney right now. They need to speak to an attorney because they know that they have been involved in an accident, or they know that they might be entitled to compensation, and they would like to get the help to acquire that compensation, or to get the legal support that they need, right? It's that 3%. And then the next batch of people are the 7% who are intending to change, or they have some kind of intent, okay? And that's the top 10% of the market, right? And then the next 30% is prospects that have a need but are not ready to act. So when all that is said and done, we want to focus our marketing on the top 40%. Okay, so these guys over here, right? And the reason for that is because they have some level of intent, and they qualify on some level. Now, the other guys beneath are the 30% that don't have needs. So there's no point going after these guys actively to generate leads. Well, there is on some level, but I'll elaborate on that shortly. And then you have 30% that are not interested in your company. So um these prospects these prospects here, pretty much the lower 90%, are always, if not uh they're always ignored by your competitors, right? Because they they don't seem to be the big fish, or the easiest ones to go after, because you have to proactively go after them. But this is where digital advertising comes in, and scalability and predictability, because if a client has a need but is not ready yet, you can go and actually prospect them, educate them, and then push them further up this triangle to become active and make a decision to file compensation or to use your legal services. Okay, so how this translates into traffic sources is that the top 10%, right, or the top 3% mainly, would be searching for your service on Google Ads, right? So if you wanted to get cases that are ready, they're ready to go. Clients are fully aware of how it works. They're fully educated. They know they need your help. Then that would be all the leads and prospects you get from search. However, that comes with a challenge. Search is very competitive, very competitive. However, on the other hand, if we are willing to capture the remaining 37% of the market, we can leverage all of these different advertising platforms to do so. So Facebook, so Twitter, so Google Ads, so TikTok, so Outbrain, so Bing Ads, so Taboola. we can have a non-binary approach to traffic, but just utilize the right systems and processes in place to make sure that our campaigns are profitable and predictable. So here's what that looks like. If we are going after the 3%, we will want to run ads on Google Ads, search ads, and then we'll use a simple landing page. Okay, because they're ready, there's high intent. We don't need to complicate the process to get in touch to book a consultation. We just make it simple and easy to get in touch with our company, with your law firm, for example. Okay. Um, then what was next for the 37% is if they intend to get an attorney but aren't quite sure, then let's proactively go out there and fish them out. Shouldn't we? Of course. How do we do this? With a calculator or with a quiz. For example, the reason why they might not be um, actively seeking a law firm right now is because they're unsure, there's doubt, they don't know about the time factor or the statute of limitation. Um, the 30% may not be ready to act because they're skeptical, they're worried, they're not sure if they have to pay. So we can use a quiz funnel, a calculator funnel, an avatar funnel to educate these prospects and then have them inquire to speak to someone at your law firm. So this is how we want to think about traffic, um, because otherwise, what we have is loads of leads that are being left, or loads of prospects, potential prospects that are not being captured by your firm. And what this leaves is your competitors taking your firm, your potential prospects. So the next thing is we need to think about is when we have this platform figured out, we have the funnels figured out, then the next thing is the messaging. So like I said, on the simple landing page is to say get a consultation. They already know they want to make a claim. They've gone out their way to search for a attorney in their local area or nationwide, in fact, and they want to speak to someone. So the hook is pretty much a free consultation. It's simple. The they will convert the most, and they don't need that that much convincing to complete your inquiry form and basically become a lead. It's pretty straightforward. Now for the next batch, we have a quiz funnel or calculator funnel. So due to the skepticism that they have, or the fact that they are intending to, make a claim or pick an attorney but haven't yet decided, we want to make it easy, provide some value to them, and then become the firm that they choose. So how we do this is by using adverts that, funnels that basically inform the client if they qualify for a quiz or calculate their estimated um, compensation payout, or for an advertorial funnel, we would, share a wow factor, right? So maybe there are instances where they could qualify for a claim, but they don't know. For example, when we did some research, we found that people. So one of the reasons why people don't file for a claim is because they believe that they have to go to court, and it's quite, you know, is burdensome or is a bit awkward for them. So that can be a great advertorial piece. So um, we have the opportunity to educate them and then inform them that they actually, if you want to make a claim, you don't have to show up in court. Here's how the process works. Um, you do X, Y, Z, and the firm does this to help you pursue your claim. So this is what how we'll think about hooks and messaging when it comes to these different traffic platforms and these different funnels. So this way we are going after the entire 40% of the market, and this is how we generate more leads, more volume, while all our competitors are scrambling over search traffic. Okay. So remember, there are no hard rules. It's a question of, do I want volume? Do I want volume or do I want quality? And with those two things, what's my minimal viable criteria? What do I want the lead to have ticked yes to before they come to my team or my intake specialists to deal with? Okay. The next thing is cost vary. Okay, not all these platforms are equal in terms of competitiveness, so the cost does vary, and the non-qualified leads are still value. They're still valuable. That's the remaining 60% of the market. Okay, so if I go back to the graph, these 30% of people who do not need your services yet or aren't interested at all, they are still valuable, because if you educate them on what they need before they need it, when they do need it, they would come to you, right? So if you did, for instance, if you created a lead magnet, or to be more specific, let's say you created a handbook or a checklist of things you need to do to ensure your safety as a construction worker in California. When they do get your booklet, your checklist, and one day along the line, they they continue to get emails from your email list. You continue to nurture and educate them. If they ever need a service, your firm will be the number one company they think about. Okay, and that's how that works. So here's a real life example of what we did in the UK for a PI firm. We went after the 37%. Okay, so we used a minimal viable criteria, which was, if you're injured, you haven't made a claim before, and your accident was within 2 years, see if you qualify. And then we essentially use this funnel and messaging on the right traffic platform, which helped us generate over 3,100 exclusive leads for our clients. And it had a impressive conversion rate of 22%, meaning that 22% of all the leads they spoke to became cases, okay, converted into cases. Okay, so this is a real life example of how you can, utilize an ad platform to generate leads at scale. Okay, so if we were so heavily focused on the 3% active buyers, which are on Google search, then we probably wouldn't have had this number of volume of cases. Okay, so this is how we want to be thinking when it comes to platforms and best places to generate leads. So if this has been interesting and you're a law firm that can handle at least 50 exclusive PI leads every single week, or Mastos leads, you don't have to pay for advertising, you don't have to pay for any monthly contracts. We'll cover all of the expenses. You only pay for the leads that we generate. If that sounds of interest to you, um, visit jbi.com/apply to speak to a member of our team. We are very performance heavy. We focus on PI, MVA, mass torts, um, product liability claims, and of course the claims markets in the UK. So if you need leads and you can manage up to 50 leads exclusively delivered to you in real time, visit jbiadvertising.com/apply, or click the link below this video and speak to a member of our team.